Welcome to Squatch-D TV, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D TV. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
And good evening, cyberspace. Welcome to a special edition of Squatch-D TV here for September 1st, 2025. I'm your host, your guy, the Squatch Detective, Steve Kulls, along with my co-host with the most, Mr. Chris Bennett. What's up, Chris?
Hey, Steve, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
I am doing well, doing well.
Did you enjoy your Labor Day holiday?
I did. It's a busy weekend. Went to the fair. And at some point tomorrow morning, I'll be posting a little special edition to the video you see tonight for our members.
Yeah, good deal.
And, I ended up doing a food review and a review of a piece of equipment that I wanted to buy, but I found out the price tag.
Well, yeah. Sometimes that stuff's kind of expensive. But, there are alternatives most of the time.
Oh, absolutely. We'll figure it out. But anyway, as you can see by our caption, things look a little tense there as we first meet. But what a time it was yesterday out there with our special guest who people still don't know who it is, and they won't see until we show the video. But let's do our roll call in chat real quick. First in tonight was Roy Longley. Hello, Roy. Karen Fisher. Hello. Grant Rasha in the house. The Beatron. What's up? Sharon. How are you, Sharon? Em and Chris. Hello. And of course, Em and Chris always wants his complimentary.
No, get me a snap.
And we got Mitch Hargrove in the chat. Who else we got rolling around here? Sandra Piper, hello. Good to see you again. Jennifer Arnold, hello.
Jennifer.
The Susie Monster, what's going on, Susie? Michael Williams, hello to you.
Hey,
the
Mike.
Caravan of Lore. He's so excited for this episode. That's a new name we haven't seen here. Well, welcome. And same with Michael Williams. So,
thanks, Mike. Good to see you, man.
So we have to kick your feet up. Ristel, what's going on? We got the mighty Ristel in the house. Grasshopper, what's going on? Kathy Gabrowski in the house. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you. Who else?
Srame. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Shrimpier?
Shrimpier.
Well, anyway, however you pronounce that, welcome. John Ayers, hello, good to see you in the house.
John?
Hey, there's Mike Ann, Tactical Bigfoot Research.
Hey,
Gary Johnson Sr., hello. And, of course, we all want to wish Mike a happy and speedy recovery to his shoulder surgery, man. Hope that arm is getting better faster and faster by the day.
Hang in there.
And who else we got going on there? I think that's it for now.
I believe so, yeah.
All
quite
right.
a few people in chat. Chat is hopping. There's quite a few people over there.
It is. The chat is hopping. So, Chris, go ahead. Ask me what you want before we roll that beautiful bean footage. So, if you have any questions off the top of your head, let's get them out now.
Well, I just want to know, did you eat a funnel cake?
No, not a funnel cake.
Oh, man. What about one of those corn dogs?
Nope, didn't have a corn dog.
Daggone it, man. Well, that's just two of the main things I would have been looking for when I went there. But the Mr. Snake here, how did it feel when you guys first met? Was there any tension there, or was it kind of?
Well, it's all caught on video.
No, okay.
So
I'll be able to judge for myself then. I guess.
I think there was a lot of apprehension on his part at first.
Right.
Because, here's these two guys and they're going to start ripping down my booth.
Oh, no.
So I don't know now. In actuality, he's probably out here watching the show now as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Mick says, should we welcome Lyle Blackburn yet?
Hey,
well,
Mick.
so Mick is the first one that took a wild guess. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting. It was fun, and the beautiful thing, it was a beautiful day. It was picture perfect yesterday. Even so, it was a little bit warm, but not to the extent one would expect. Right. So yeah, it was a great day. All right, why don't we just get right into the video?
That's what I want to see.
And let's see what happened yesterday. So here we go. All right, let's see. You gotta. No, I don't want to remove it. Oh, there it is. Here we are. It is Fair Day in New York State as we go out to see this Bigfoot body. Now, do we know it's not real? Absolutely. We know that Charles Snake Stewart is really Brian Whiteley, the owner of the art gallery that's putting on this. But we're going to have a little fun with this. And I know a lot of people have been asking, well, why even bother? Well, why not? You know, maybe we're looking at this wrong way. Instead of trying to take ourselves so seriously, let's have a little fun with it. So that's what we plan on doing today. Again, we'll be meeting up with our special guest here in just a little bit, about an hour out of the fairgrounds right now. Took a little pit stop, and here we are. So beautiful, gorgeous day. And as you can see, that's the sky we're looking at today. Hey, look who our special guest is. The one, the only, Ken Gerhardt.
Hello, everyone. Excited to be here with my buddy Steve. And yeah, I'm new to New York State, and he's kind of showing me the ropes. So what better way to get things started than to go look at a Bigfoot body exhibit, right?
It's a Bagfoot, actually. What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
Bagfoot.
Hey. How's it going?
Good, you know me.
I do. How's it going?
Good, man. Good, man.
Yeah. Come in and check everything out, guys.
All right, we good to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Bigfoot poop, yes. There's the D-bone.
The blood is a nice homage to the Minnesota Iceman, of course, which is kind of like the granddaddy of all of these carnival Bigfoot.
Kind of looks like Hank.
Yeah. Yeah, it does have a Hank kind of look. Big bushy eyebrows like Santa Claus. Now, he claimed this was 8 feet tall. I'm 5'8". It's kind of skinny. Huh?
Crikey's, I don't think it's a Sasquatch.
Yeah. Well, we could point out the obvious, which is it doesn't look anything like any Sasquatch that's ever been reported. And the feet don't match the morphology of any of the Bigfoot footprints. Look how big the hallux of the big toe is compared to the other toes. We know that that's not
normal.
That's not a characteristic. You can't really see the bottom of the feet. The fur kind of looks like insulation from my attic, which I don't know if that's what he was using.
Come on down for Bigfoot Mystery.
Definitely a college try, though.
Definitely a what?
You could see the epoxy on the face.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of got like a paper mache kind of substance, maybe.
Maybe like a varnish or something.
Varnished.
To keep water or silicate.
I don't see any sign of a sagittal. The forehead's obviously devoid of hair. That's not something that... Okay.
All right.
This specimen we found west of Old Forge, in the Adirondack Forest, just south of Moose River Mountain, okay? And when we got the body, we had to taxidermy this because it was absolutely stinking, okay? Putrid, decay, horrible thing. So we're able to taxidermy this and slowly air it out, fumigate it, and bring it to show level, which is what you're seeing here. Something interesting that we also found out while we were here is that there are two different sets of footprints by the body, indicating another Bigfoot around the same time. So there probably was an altercation, potentially about mating, territory, food, something of that sort, okay? Other people also have seen many sightings in the fall in Adirondack Park. So, what we have is not only the specimen, but we are now involved in active murder investigation in the cryptid world where there's been Bigfoot on Bigfoot violence, and we're hoping that we raise awareness not only for this beautiful specimen and getting more DNA, but we're also looking forward to telling people to be safe when they're out, because there are vicious beasts out there ready to cause damage and bodily harm.
Bigfoot lives matter.
Bigfoot lives matter. Who's raising awareness for this? I have brought in several state police into this exhibition, asked them to check out the body, review this, and tell them about this other vicious Bigfoot that is out there on the loose. And they have shook their head to this point, saying it's above their pay grade. So we do need more attention to this matter.
Above has a Bigfoot body exhibit that the New York State Fair. Although we're verifying that there is an exhibit here, we can't authenticate the body.
Okay, well, there you have it. And, let's first go over the body. What were your impressions?
It honestly looked worse in person than I had online with photographs and stuff.
Come on,
man. Obviously what we're dealing with here, look, hoaxing has been a part of the Bigfoot field since the 50s, maybe before.
Right.
So we're used to this. This is and it's kind of a copycat scenario here, because this kind of, to me, Steve, is playing off like the whole idea of the Minnesota Iceman touring around.
The Rick Dyer thing.
Rick Dyer, whatever Bigfoot bodies you can think of. The guy on YouTube that has the videos. So, as far as, appreciating that this is an artist and he's trying to do something, artistic, I would say that he stayed in character well. He probably did the best he could as far as fabricating what he could.
Right.
The fur kind of looked fake. I mean, the whole thing kind of looked pretty cheesy.
Which he did give me a fur sample, which he said he would.
Yeah. Now, if he had been, kind of antagonistic toward us and wanted to, really push the boundaries, we would have pointed out pretty obvious things, such as this looks nothing like any Sasquatch that's been reported.
And the cool thing is when he saw us, he almost seemed humbled.
Yeah, I think
He
so.
was like, "Oh, guys, we had a little fun." He wanted to do his bit how he got the body, and that's why he kind of let on. We got
he had to do his
the
story.
Sasquatch on violence. The Sasquatch Lives Matter. That whole thing. We kind of had a little fun with that. And like I said, I think, and he did state afterwards that I think what he wants to do is entice youngsters to get more.
He let a lot of people in for free, including my family, which, so he wasn't really necessarily in it for the money, I don't think, just trying to show.
He was taking donations if they wanted to.
Yeah, he talked about how he was proudly for Bigfoot enthusiasts, how he was, having fun and trying to put the idea out there.
A different kind of ploy here. It's something we haven't seen before.
Yeah, and I think it's instructive for Bigfoot researchers to look at, even hoaxes like this that are kind of done for fun. Right. To kind of use our critical thinking skills and figure out. Right. You can usually figure out pretty quickly like where the holes are. I mean, he has this claim that this thing has been DNA tested and has Neanderthal DNA. Well, Neanderthals weren't covered in hair. They weren't 8 feet tall. So this really doesn't look.
Actually, this wasn't 8 foot tall either.
No, this was not 8 feet tall. He said it was decomposing, but he had a taxidermy. Well, I've talked to taxidermists, and they're not going to touch something that's decomposing. Right. So there's a lot of, he could have maybe put a little bit more effort and work into it if he was really trying to convince people, but I don't think he was.
Yeah,
I think he was just trying to have a good time here.
Right,
at the fair.
and I think so.
It's something to add to his resume. He's done creepy clowns and other kind of weird, spooky things.
He's keeping things in people's minds.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And I listened to an interview with this guy, not a snake.
Right.
And he seemed like a pretty
Brian, decent guy.
He's a pretty reasonable, just kind of, down to earth guy. So.
And I think he appreciated us because we get the joke, and we're not taking ourselves too seriously here. We're like, we get what's going on here.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah. He didn't look to have a real. He wasn't really pressing you for the money. Yeah. He's in it for the fun.
He's there by himself.
He's probably moving on from this after this, I would think. Well, thanks for inviting me out, man.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Had a good time.
And welcome to the New York State Fair.
Thank you.
It smells really good around here, doesn't it?
It does. I think I got to go track down a funnel cake or something.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see y'all.
Ken had the right idea. Well, did you notice any kind of funky odor in there?
No,
not
at all. Not at all. Not at all. And it was very obvious to us, even going in, after having some email exchanges and whatnot, the jokes going back and forth between us.
Right.
That this was not really a serious effort, like Ken said.
Well, that would be some notes for Snake when he does his. I'm sure he's going to set this body display up in his own museum or gallery, whatever. And when he does, he needs to find something that will give it a little decomposing odor, because that was one of the beautiful things about the Minnesota Iceman. It had a little stink to it.
Yeah. Now you couldn't really smell anything except maybe the wafting. Anytime you go to a fair, there are two wafting things that you smell: farm animals and food.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't one, it was the other, and they're very distinct. But no, there was nothing really out of the norm here as far as any decomposition.
Right.
Unlike the Minnesota Iceman, allegedly it was taxidermed, and obviously, taxidermy doesn't occur when there's decomposition.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like I said, myself and Brian had a little word, aside, and Ken was right there when he turned around and said, why are you doing this? And he turns around. Well, he goes, he likes mysteries. He loves mystery. Right. And if he can get anybody to embrace that mystery, he goes, it's a good thing, basically.
Now, as it turned out, was he actually charging admission to see the creature's body?
No. You see, that was the thing. He had a little donation box, little suggested donation thing there over it, and he was letting everybody in for nothing.
Okay, so if
Yeah.
you paid to get into the fair, then you got to see
Right.
the body.
Right. And
free.
you know, it's amazing that the fair, like an admission ticket to the fair for one person is $8.
Right.
It's like doesn't break the bank.
Yeah.
Even parking was only $12. So for a $20 bill, you can get into the state fair, park your car, and get into the state fair.
Right. Well. Chris. Chris says, how many hours do you think the community has spent on dead Muppets?
Well, with Mr. Standing Many, this didn't take very long
No.
to break down. We had broken it down back in July, the last week. I think July 24th is when we covered this and broke this down, because it was actually submitted to me by one of our followers. Who I've been keeping in the loop, by the way. I called that follower yesterday. I don't want to publicly name him because he may not want to be publicly named, but he gave me the tip off on this. I started looking at it, and within an hour, okay, that's done.
There's a lot of differences between what this is and what something like Rick Dyer had done, because this was admittedly and easily a case of performance art.
Correct.
And even the artist who was, would go into character as Snake, was not trying to scam people out of money and claiming this is absolutely a Bigfoot body, other than for his performance art. And,
right. And the name of his gallery is the Satellite Art Gallery. And, he's been all up and down New York State. And like I said, and like Ken made that point, was that he's not even really trying too hard to make it convincing.
Right.
As if to even like he wasn't pressing anything. Oh, come on. Do you see that? Nothing like that at all. He just let us go in there and let us look and didn't even bother us when we went in.
I think it would be great to have as a roadside attraction or way to pull people in if you've got a little gallery or a little museum. And I hope that's what he's going to do with it, because we've got the same things here in Tennessee, and then there was the Sugar Creek Road monster head,
right?
That's set down in down in Lebanon, Tennessee for years.
But unfortunately, that even had its kind of a little bit of provenance to create a little controversy where we had Thinker Thunker actually try to prove that was real.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
But anyway, I just want to throw out a special thanks to Ken Gerhardt and Ann Celine for being there and for shooting some of the video, both with the handheld and her own camera. That's why we get that nice double image of us walking into the...
Well, she certainly did a good job. That was great. Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, so that's it in a nutshell. It's nothing, and... I think us as Bigfoot researchers have to not take ourselves so seriously that when we see something like this, to not go overboard emotionally.
Right.
We all know people that go overboard emotionally. I'm dealing with one now on Facebook, which is kind of hysterical.
Yes, but when it first comes out as a Bigfoot body, okay, we've got an eyebrow raised. All right, well, we got to find out what's going on. But after we found out what was going on, okay.
Well, a Bigfoot body, and then we look at it and nope, not a Bigfoot body. It's something else. So absolutely. But then when we see the process behind it, it wasn't an adversarial thing. It never was. He was having some fun with my goofy picture, which I showed you. He did say he would provide an autograph of himself to me.
Well,
and he did sign this in front of me. And just to show you how serious this exhibit is, you look at this autograph picture and you of course, it's very cheesy, very beat up, but here it is.
All right.
So
wait a minute, make yourself big, Steve, so everybody can see that. They can't see it in the little,
Oh, you're gonna make me work here, huh?
yeah, there you go. All right. To Steve, don't stop believing. Yeah. Snake. The Bigfoot hunter.
Now, if that picture does not say that this is, kind of a performance.
That was a good shot. It really was.
Yeah.
Very good.
So everything was
well done, Snake. But the whole thing with the glasses and the headband and stuff was over the top, and it's pretty great. I like the hat. I mean, that's a nice hat.
Right. Yeah. So, and it's like, that's why it hasn't gained a lot of attention in the Bigfoot community first after the debunking.
Right.
It kind of died right down. But, we tried to have some fun with it. It's going to be at the New York State Fair. They have the traffic anyway. It's not like people are going to fly in from everywhere. We were close enough to go up, have a nice day at the fair.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, for the members only, like I said, tomorrow, you'll be getting a food review and a equipment review, kind of. But and Chris knows about the equipment review.
Food review.
But there was a question that I starred, Chris. And that was from Mike. Actually, there's a couple of starred ones. You want to?
Because what was the butter sculpture?
I don't know. Apparently, that morning it had been it had been attacked by about 100 people with bagels. So I have no idea.
The butter sculpture.
Yeah, there was a butter sculpture there. I don't know.
Was it next to the fried butter booth?
There was no fried butter booth, damn it.
Oh, okay, good.
But like I said, it was attacked by about 100 people with bagels. So it's probably why I didn't see it.
Yeah, Grant said he didn't have to post bail for you, Steve. You behaved. Okay.
Yeah, I tend to keep myself out of those types of events.
Yeah. Well, let's see here.
There's one up.
Yeah, Maxwell Tarpley Young says Cliff's Place in Oregon is the opposite of art. Have you been? Cliff is supposed to have a lot of good displays in there.
I have not been. I haven't been on the West Coast in, I think, since 2012, 2013, and the museum wasn't a thing then. 2013, and the museum wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
So
he's not been open that many. Well, not too many years anyway. I don't think.
I think it's been about 5 or 6, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, my plans is to get out there eventually, maybe within the next couple of years, just to go out. Maxwell says the minus is you have to go to Portland. No, you can fly into Seattle, or you can fly into although it's a drive, or you can fly into NorCal and
no way I'm flying. I'm doing a cross country drive. Of course, with me that would take a long time, but that's the way to see the United States. Get out there, right. And that's the whole. The destination is not the journey, right. Is the adventure. The destination is.
But you
cool.
Forget I've done that journey many a time.
Yeah.
I've traveled the northern corridor. I've east, west, west, east. I've traveled the middle corridor, north, west, west to east, east to west. Right. And I've traveled the southern corridor, west to east, east to west. So I've done that multiple times. I've driven up and down Interstate 5 in California, from LA all the way up to the Washington State border over to. Damn it, why do I have a problem remembering the name of that Western Washington city?
Spokane?
Spokane, yes, thank you. West of Spokane, through Idaho, down through Wyoming, past Custer's Last Stand, into Colorado, into the Four Corners area, over to,
Yeah, we stopped at the same place, man. I stopped off the exit there where Custer's had his last stand, and they got they've got an Indian casino there. I'm supposed to say Native American, I guess, but that's okay. But let me tell you, those Native Americans there at Custer's Last Stand, the location, they're still scalping Americans. You go in that casino, man, you're gonna get scalped. I think they got me for about 300, but that's all right. I had a good time.
Yep. So
We don't
yeah,
do that.
Yep. So yeah, there are plenty of things to see across this great country, and like I said, this whole thing so close to me. Why not make a day of it?
Right.
Wasn't an expensive trip.
Nope.
I mean, if you take out the fare food, for gas, tolls, and everything, the whole day
Right.
came to around $60. So it wasn't like a big deal.
Cliff is still growing. Got a new
Sure
gun in the
is.
store, gift shop, I imagine. I would like to get out there and see it and visit with Cliff sometime. Hopefully one of these days.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and like I say, the whole gist of this was he's not a fraudster. He's not a hoaxer per se. He's just having a little fun with something.
Yeah.
After today, at 9 o'clock, the fair shut down, so it's been shut down for about a half hour. Right now, he's probably breaking down.
Yeah.
And
well, Gary says, could one imagine all the hair wigs he had to buy in shops? Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
it was hair or fur or dye nail.
and if you think about it from an outsider standpoint, say you're an artist, and you don't know minute one about the Bigfoot world, other than what you've read here and there and here and there and here.
Right.
How would you go about creating art exhibit? Well, how about a Bigfoot body? And if you're a performance artist, yeah, we'll see, we caught a Bigfoot body and blah, 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 and get people to come in and look at our art and whatnot. So,
Yeah. Mick says he's getting bombarded with YouTube ads. Said, is that YouTube's doing or your channel? That's probably YouTube, man.
yeah, not us. Not us. We're not in control of ads.
Nothing to do with that. We don't. They need to behave themselves.
Well, you know what happens when you see a lot of ads, Mick? You know what that means for the channel? Oh, there's another ad. And another ad.
All right.
We have no control over that, so I have no idea what's going on.
Sandwich Savant said, I met Cliff at the Ohio conference, dropped my money all over the floor. I was actually embarrassed. Man, everybody, who hadn't done something silly like that? It happens. Accidents happen. And, that's one of the things. There was a movie I watched not too long ago. It said, why is it when you do something really cool, 9 times out of 10, there's nobody watching. But when you screw up big, the world is watching. That's the way it goes.
And for mixes, I only get them when I watch the show on my phone. Then again, Mick, that's even less. We have no control over it. And they do different things between the computer, TV, and the phone. So, so I it all depends on what platform, because they have different platforms built in with them themselves. So
yeah.
Sorry I have to mute, but I'm being a little burpy tonight. I had a delicious spaghetti and meatball dinner tonight and been drinking some carbonated beverages. Now, Maxwell Tarpley Young, he's got a comment about, I've seen online a couple of amazing. Yep. No, the one just above that.
Oh, that one? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Maxwell says, I've seen online a couple of PF amazing Sasquatch busts that would, if that word works well. The detail was insane. That's for sure art.
Right. And this is a different type of art. You got to think this is performance art. So,
right.
And it is a thing. And that's something that when I started looking into this guy's background, I had to understand what performance art was. And then I was like, oh, I get it. Is that what Rick Dyer was doing, performance art? I think not, because he was actually taking money from legitimate research, or well, almost legitimate research people. The investor certainly thought he was a legitimate Bigfoot investor. And the attacks on other people at the time really over the top and in some cases very harmful to people's reputations. So, in this case, Brian did none of this. He stayed in character. I didn't call him by either Snake, nor did I call him Brian. I just said hello and we talked, and and that's when I kind of put my arm around him. I said, "Hey, why are you doing this?" And he just very quickly told me, "Well, it was very sincere. It wasn't like this guy was not being sincere with us. He was, actually really happy to see us, not in a way to take advantage of it. He was like, "Oh my God, they showed. Hey, how you doing, guys? Good. Yeah, check it out, please. And he came out and actually, so can you tell us the story? And, I got the camera out and he just performed for the camera. That's what he was doing. Right. And he made it funny. And you can see that when when he talked about the Bigfoot on Bigfoot violence.
Bigfoot on Bigfoot violence. Yes. Oh my God.
And then I came up with Bigfoot Lives Matter. And he goes, "That's right, Bigfoot Lives Matter. As a matter of fact, they had, state police come in here and look at the exhibit." So he just added on. So you can tell this is nothing but a performance art and me playing with it a little bit, which I said I was going to begin with. Well,
that is something that has been theorized before. Bigfoot on Bigfoot violence.
Right. So there was no reason really to ask him about any of his details because we know it's made up. I mean, people ask me, well, why didn't you ask him about this or that? Didn't need to. This is all an act. So it's like, it would be like asking, Tom Cruise, like, were you in fear when they were firing missiles at your helicopter in Mission Impossible? It's kind of like that. It's an act. The whole thing is a show. And if you understand that, you understand that we weren't there necessarily to break his balls. We were there to, all right, let's take a look at the real thing. If anybody believes this for 1 second, here it is, all broke down, boom, 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 boom. Right. And then we just have a little fun with him, and that's all. And he appreciated it. We appreciated it. And it gave us a look at a whole nother spectrum of fakeries, I suppose. That this is really the first of a kind where, it's an obvious joke, but it was made to entice people to look at the mystery rather than make fun of the mystery necessarily.
Well, I can see the spirit in how this was done. I mean, he's got it like encased, just like the Minnesota Iceman would have been, in a glass case. A little different measurements and so, but still, I could see. And the way the creature was positioned with one arm on its chest, like... all he needed to do was raise the other one up like that. And it would have been, but I guess he didn't want to copy something directly. He's got to do his own thing. And they probably thought about that. Oh, I don't want to copy it directly. Just do my own thing, put it together. But I thought it was pretty cool. And
and again, Watusi's, if you look at Watusi's up there, that comment.
Watusi's. There you go. Yeah.
Yep.
It's refreshing. He's not in it for the money.
No. He had a little donation thing there. That was his, suggested donation, $5 to $10. Mm-hmm. And he was just letting people walk in and take a look. He wasn't charging them like, and you know what? It's something I had said I think when I talked to you yesterday on the phone, Chris, I said, you know what? Nobody ever clicked the link to see if you could buy a ticket.
No, I didn't. No.
I didn't either. Now that I think about it, it probably went to a dead link.
I don't know.
But
maybe I'll have to try that after the show. It may be a dead link now. I don't know, but it could have always been. I never did think to try.
Right. So I don't know, and like the odd dollar amount, $9.31.
Yeah. That's the change from
again. I think it's more shtick.
I think so
instead
too.
of 10, 5, let's make it $9.31.
Yeah.
And just the change of 69 cents back may have been intentional or maybe not intentional, but whatever it is, it turns out to be pretty funny when you think about it. So
maybe an homage to Bill and Ted.
Could be. They're being an artist, there are a lot of different homages. Right. We've seen an homage to to Patterson Gimlin. We see an homage to the Minnesota Iceman and slash the Rick Dyer Hank hoax. Yeah. We see lots of different homages. And one of the things he said to me, too, is he goes, I've seen what you do. And I think he's been watching the channel since, because he was responding an email to me to the show we had shows we had done last week. Right. And, right. And he's like,
lurkers.
Yeah. but he was very nice guy. He was like, dude, he goes, I really respect what you do. So that was kind of cool.
That's nice. That's very, very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So when he wasn't in his character, when he was off to the side talking with his nice guy, real nice guy, and then of course when he gets an act, here it is, he's over the top and so. Well,
you got to have that alter ego, and that comes out in the character, and just like there's a channel.
Grant, but in actuality, it's stated in the newspaper, but what we saw was not what was going on.
Right.
So I don't know if he started charging people and then, but he was going in and he just decided to open it up to nations. Maybe that was something that happened later on during the fair, because the fair runs 2 weeks. That is a 14-day fair.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that, but the real motivation there, I don't think, was to make a ton of money. It wasn't about a money maker necessarily, but, yeah. And who knows? Maybe he was saying that for the paper. Oh yes, just come in for $9. Who knows?
Right. Well, it was a good fair attraction. It would have been. I would consider it a good fair attraction.
A fun, if you're a Bigfoot person, or you have that interest in Bigfoot, but was it so over the top that it was not real? Yeah, If people went away thinking that was real, then they have some issues. But at least it gets them thinking about the Bigfoot mystery.
Mick says, as a kid, if I went into a carnival and went into Frankenstein's castle, I always got upset when I saw it was fake. As an adult, a fake Sasquatch would make me a kid again, make me like a kid again. And I can see that. Yeah, that's one of the attractions of the old
great point
show things.
Great point too, guys. With two C's says he's acting. He's acting. It's theater. Oops, sorry. Yeah. It's acting. It's theater. So he's working for it. Very true. Yeah. And Grant turned around. Snake was really on display. Very true too. I think the combination of the both, that here is the art and the artist doing the performance art really enhances the experience. And there were some things that he said there that were true. Like there have been a lot of sightings in Moose River in that particular area, et cetera, et cetera.
So he did some research. This is not.
He's done some. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, I'm hoping that any the kids that got to go in there and see it were maybe inspired, or maybe open up to the fact that there could be some mystery left in the world, and maybe that was probably the intention. Hopefully, just to inspire some interest in the subject.
Right. Exactly. Rob Howell says, Goony Goo Goo. I wonder if that's Boris Khan using a different name.
It's very possible.
We don't know. Could it be? But yeah, so that ends our story for the New York State Fair Bigfoot Remains. And again, my thanks to Ken Gerhardt and Celine for her camera work and support. And again, thanks to Brian Whiteley and the Bigfoot Remains site for inviting us in with open arms.
Right. When he gets this thing set up where it's going now, do you recommend people stop by and see it if they're on a road trip?
It's all up to them. If they want to see a fun act and get a laugh, sure. But don't expect to see the real thing.
Right.
He did have a Patterson cast there.
Don't try to sneak a hair from it and send it Darby Orcutt.
Right. Yeah, it ain't gonna work, and you can obviously tell that was fur on the suit, not hair, and we know that primates have hair, and I mean, just such simplicity that like I said, we apply our critical thinking. It's not going to fool anybody, but it is some good entertainment for a few minutes, and you can hang out and look at this thing. And like I said, at the fair, he apparently wasn't charging folks. Just throw a donation at him, perhaps, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
So it's amazing how you see the evolution of our thought process throughout this whole thing. Back in July, we're like, yeah, this guy, rah, 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 and then we understand what's going on behind it. That's right. Hey, let's see if this thing is flammable.
Yeah. Oh man.
Right here. Yeah, let's see if this thing burns. All right.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember the...
Mick says it on Wednesday night. Steve and Chris give a full review of the classic film State Fair.
Oh, man. It is getting about time to do another Bigfoot movie night.
I was thinking the same thing. So Wednesday night show. And here's the big announcement. So there was a trail cam picture taken in Missouri. Mm-hmm. And we have run it through the AI. We have run it through our measurement tests. The witness involved in the man who owned the trail camera got his brother to recreate it 4 days later using the trail camera. So it gave, and we know the brother's height. So we know the camera brand. Mm-hmm. We know everything there is to know, including the coordinates of the exact sighting location. And yes, I spoke to the witness today. I spoke to the submitter today. Had a nice discussion. Did not rub me the wrong way at all. Right. Matter of fact, we've moved that Wednesday show, which we were going to showcase this, to Sunday night for the long form show of Squatch-D TV, because the witness or the submitter is going to be on the show with us.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
So he's agreed to come on. Very, very well. I have no problem. I mean, here's a guy who got the film, was like looking at it, went back that evening, took some iPhone pictures of his brother trying to stand there. He goes, I didn't think it did it justice. So we went back a couple of more days later when we were both free at about the same time. And we took a picture using the same camera at the, set up at the same location in the same way. So we can kind of get a good control picture.
Yeah.
What more can you ask for? Yeah. So, do I think this is a hoax? No. Do I think, is it possible it could be a misidentification? Maybe. But you got to take a look at the video first, or the pictures first, and see the side-by-side comparisons. And we're going to break that all down, because that's what we do here on the show. We take all this information. We've estimated the distance from the camera. We've estimated the height of the subject, and even putting in the difference in the height of the water at the time the two pictures were taken. We've got that all put in formula form and out there, and the report has all those formulas in there. And what you're going to find out is something that made me scratch my head. So it's going to be really a cool show to have him and talk about it. Talk about some other things, like some of the audio stuff it's been going on around. He doesn't have any recordings. He's not that type of guy. He's a hunter. And he had set this game camera up on this little river bank, this little stream, to see what kind of animals he's got moseying on through, so he can, hunt it. Yeah. So it should be a really fun and great show. And I told him, I said, the audience is going to ask you 100 questions, but they're very respectful. They're great. Our audience is the best.
Right. Absolutely.
So, so I'm expecting we're going to have a lot of great questions for him. And if he can answer them, he will. Right. Because there's some things he admits he's not good at or doesn't understand. I was explaining to him the process of the report, that I actually did a forensic report on the whole thing. And as I was going down, he goes, that's amazing that these things can figure that out now. Well, it's just math. Yeah. And we know what camera it is, so now we can, determine, thanks to the pixels in the picture, we can determine different things like what represents what and in measurement. So, so many great things going on with that. So we'll be doing that Sunday. So Wednesday, who knows? We might do a bad day. Well, the only movie we have lined up is your favorite one, Chris.
Oh, the Sasquatch, the Legend of Bigfoot. Is that one?
That one. Maybe we'll do that Wednesday.
I love it. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call that a bad Bigfoot movie, but
we'll just call it Bigfoot movie night.
Yeah, but it was okay, for the mid 70s.
We'll still have fun with it.
Yeah. I love it. That one really inspired me a lot.
Right. Yeah, and inspire a lot of people too. Mm-hmm. So that's what we have on the hook. We're only going to go an hour for tonight, folks. Obviously, it's the holiday, and people got to get back to work tomorrow. I know some people like, poor Grant. I think it's Grant who said, I got to go back to teaching tomorrow, and, I'm so sorry, folks. School is back in session tomorrow.
Yeah. And Rob must have he joined us a little bit late, but Rob, about sometime during the first 15 minutes of the show, if you want to back it up, Steve's got a video of the body and his interview with Snake.
Yeah.
You want to back it up, or just wait, because we're going to be off here in a few minutes.
Yep. And in a couple of weeks, once we get enough views of this program, we'll end up probably putting that version out in long form on the channel. And like I said, tomorrow I got a few things I got to put together before I go off to work. Definitely I'm going to do my Fair Extra tomorrow, which is going to be the food review and the equipment review, and we are also going to be doing another Bigfoot vlog tomorrow. We didn't do one today. I kind of gave it a day off. Giving it a day off, folks, helps with the YouTube algorithm, so that's why we're not doing them. You may see us spurt 1, 2, and 3, and then off for a few days, and then 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
And that's the reason why we're doing that. But
and Bristol said he saw Sasquatch Legend of Bigfoot every day after school during its theater run.
Very cool.
Sister was the manager at the theater. Yeah. That was cool. I was lucky enough. I got to see it at the theater too, Bristol. I loved it. Of course, I was like 9 years old at that time. Oh.
So,
those were the days.
So yeah, what a fun. It's been a good few weeks. The summer ended up with a bang between the two Hocking Hills and the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Camping Adventure, and now this whole bunch of shenanigans. And the real cool thing is that this whole thing gave us an excuse to get out and do some video and get out there and have a little fun as well. So I mean, it's a real fun ending to the summer, and I really appreciate that. Now we're gearing up for the fall. And what happened today is one of my equipment purchases over the summer were battery packs specifically built for my trail cameras. So I got 2 for each. I have two for each camera. I have SD card or micro SD cards for each. Right. So now when I hot swap them, all I have to do is swap the battery packs, swap the cards, and put them in. But it's not. I don't have to worry about snapping in double A's or anything like that. They're battery packs made specifically. The other 2 come back in. We throw them right back in the charger. So we're now doing trail cam project for the 2025-2026 program. Let's see what animals we can grab. Good. And of course, if anything Bigfoot related happens, we're going to be we're going to be throwing them up in those locations. And I just got asked by Matt Moneymaker if I needed trail cameras actually like the ones he has, because he's looking at them going, these are a great idea. I already have cellular trail cameras, so I don't need them. I appreciate that offer, and I think that was very generous of him saying, hey, do you need any of these? And he goes, I can get some. They're relatively cheap. And blah, blah. No, I'm good actually, because I have 2 spy points which I use right now. Right. Because I think any more than 2, it's going to get muddled up. And The one thing I love about Susie Monster finally figured out her thermal. I know it was kind of difficult for me too, because I was trying to, I finally got the palette changed on her. I just didn't know how the hell to turn it on. I'm like, where's the on button on this thing? But because she asked me to tune her thermal up.
It would be cool if you could come up with a remote solar panel to charge your battery on your camera, but you're in the woods. So.
Well, they do. They actually have solar panels I can add in as an add-on to these cameras.
That would be cool.
But the problem is, it's the woods. Yeah, it's the woods. Now I have one camera right now that's kind of sitting in the back half of my yard, looking at the back half of my yard. So that may actually work there.
Right.
But why bother? I got the battery packs not in the charging station not 100 feet away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So, but these battery packs will last a month. So that's
a good deal.
Yeah. So, and of course, anytime it records a picture, I get a notification right here on the phone.
Now that's the handy part. That's the part I like. Yeah. If something pops up. Right. Kind of like, we've got that ring thing, and if somebody walks around outside, I get a notification on my phone. Hey, somebody's walking outside your house. I'm like, oh, well, who's that? Yep. So it's kind of handy. Yeah. Yep. And you can you check on your phone? Can you check the last picture or the last video?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
well, when it doesn't actually show me the video, it shows me a screen cap of the video.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So I know I got something on video there.
Yes.
But I can also, so I can look at, I got this, and this.
Right.
And it's always showed in any of the screen caps, it's always showed the subject of the video.
Right.
So it does a real good job with that. The other nice thing is I can get on my phone and check the battery levels, where the battery levels are, and it's also GPS locatable. Right. So it gives me a map, an overhead satellite map of where the cameras are. So I can be in complete dark and go, okay, the camera is here and here.
Right.
I know where they are.
Well,
and if they're swiped and somebody tries to use them, I can find the camera.
Yeah.
So.
Well, with the ring, they added an AI algorithm on there, and it will tell me now if it's a person or just movement. If it pops up an alert and says you have movement outside your door or something, then I know it's probably just our local cat walking around. But if it says there's a person outside your door, well, then I know, okay, somebody's out there.
Chris's ring doorbell goes off and it gets this announcement. Mr. Bennett, you have a horse at the door. A horse is at the door.
It won't identify the difference between animals, but it will tell you the difference between an animal walking around out there and a human. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It would catch my son, walking just at the very, very limit of the camera, way out in the yard, and it would say,
"You have a salesman at the door. Looks like he's trying to pitch solar energy."
There's a person out there, yeah. So that's pretty cool, and I'm all for as technology advances.
Right.
Some of the stuff makes life easier.
Grant, you said I don't want to run. If I win Powerball tonight, I plan on buying one. LOL. What, a horse? Oh, a drone. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I tell you what. I would say this, Grant. Wait till and you're not a member, so you're not going to see the video. But look at the equipment review that's in the members area. That's gonna be uploaded tomorrow. Maybe you can buy that one.
Yeah.
But
oh boy.
But anyway, well, let's get out of here, Chris. Let's do our thing and get out of here and enjoy the week. We'll be back in a couple of days.
I'm sorry.
With our movie of the month, which will be, Sasquatch, The Legend of Bigfoot. Or is it Bigfoot, The Legend of Sasquatch?
It's Sasquatch,
The Legend of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Sasquatch, The Legend of Bigfoot.
And it's not going to be a bad Bigfoot movie. It is a little hokey. Okay, we're talking 1970s here. But Actually, the guy that made this video took his idea from Roger Patterson.
Yep.
So pretty cool. But thanks you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you watching and finding out with us about this Bigfoot body endeavor at the New York State Fair, which was really cool. If it's your first time watching tonight, first time on the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, punch the thumbs up, the like button if you like what we do. And if not, you can hit the thumbs down button. Either way. But we appreciate the like button a whole lot more. But we always say this, and I always mean it, because you guys are the greatest audience we could ever hope to have. Thank you so much for joining us and hanging out with us. This is only possible because of you, and we wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much, and don't forget to join us for the Bigfoot movie night Wednesday coming up.
So before we go, Rob Howell asked, will we ever watch any of the Ivan Marks movies? I have to look into that. I believe they're under copyright still, but if these companies are not in existence, we may be able to do that. We'll see. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Thanks for that idea, Rob. Yeah. And folks, again, we love you guys. You guys are the best audience in the world. We couldn't have a show without you guys. For all those over there on Audible and Spotify and all iHeartMedia, please, poor Chris, please come on over and check out the video, because you only got to hear the video. Over here, you'll get to see the video.
Yeah.
Over here on the YouTube channel. And be sure to subscribe over here on the YouTube channel as well. It helps. This week, we'll also be uploading some more audio editions of Squatch-D TV. And we are now airing at 2 p.m. Eastern some reruns over on Wolf Rock Radio in anticipation of my Sunday 2 p.m. live call-in show. So that's going to be all getting going. And we're also working very diligently to get some the plan made up for Wolf Rock, for K-Rock TV. Which Channel 12, which we're going to be working on too. We're going to be doing an hour show with them, something completely different than we do here, and something completely different than we do over on Wolf Rock Radio. So, a lot of stuff is going on, a lot of moving parts are moving fast. And guess what? If any of you want any Squatch-D TV merch or Squatchdetective.com merch, we now have a store open, and you can find that over at Squatchdetective.com. And we've got shirts, we've got mugs, we've got hats. So check it out. Go over to Squatchdetective.com, check out the store. And now you can get your Squatch-D TV and Squatchdetective.com and Squatch-D University swag. So, and we're going to be adding more items to that as the time goes forward. And I know Jen, who's not here tonight, always wanted some women's. Well, we now have a tank top for women in there as well. So, we got a really good merchandise line, one of the best I've ever seen. And I want to thank my buddy Randy Stewart, no relation to Snake Stewart, over at Channel 12 K-Rock, for leading me to this printer and this printing company that does these items, and they're all branded names too, so that's awesome as well. So, but anyway, we love you guys. Stickers, I know. Well, stickers you got to order through me. Sorry, because I only will sell stickers if they're the highest quality, and I get my stickers, my car stickers that I have for my decaling on my TV. I'll do a shout out for the company. They come from carstickers.com. They're out of Oregon. They do a superb job. I know my rockers with the YouTube @Squatch-D TV have been on my car now for almost a year and a half, and they've been through countless car washes, and they've come through perfect. The new decals that I put up on the car, which you saw in the video tonight, they've been through the car wash a couple of times. No issues whatsoever. Don't expect any. So, on that point, the stickers that I do for the web, they come locally sourced from stickermule.com, and they are, UV resistant. I put one on my car like 4 years ago, and it's still there, still sticking to the glass, not a chip, anything wrong with it, and the color certainly hasn't faded. So I'm very big in quality and sticker stuff. because I did purchase some stickers for sale last year that I was selling, and the one that I have in my car is starting to peel off already, and that's been maybe a little over a year. So that's why I'm very big about those quality. Thank you, Susie. But folks, we will catch everybody here Wednesday night. Love you guys, and we'll see you here. Everybody enjoy. Sorry, y'all have to go back to work, including myself, but we'll see y'all Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, for a new Bigfoot movie coming your way.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member, and it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.